What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Yes, we are finally back home from Shanghai, China. That shit was a banger, but like all things in life, it must come to an end. It's time to get back to the grind. I missed out on a lot. I was supposed to watch the 2.5 live stream out there in China and react and post it, but I didn't know anything about how dog shit the internet was going to be if you didn't download the proper VPN. And so, unfortunately, it was a skill issue, as Vulcan would say, and I got cooked by not having good internet, man. It was fucking, I'm serious. It was horrible. Like, no type of movement. Even going to Google took 10 seconds. So, you guys missed my 2.5 live stream. I just watched it off stream. Now we're going to be reacting to this Phrolova trailer. As we always do, we wait for two of them to drop, which in this case, I was flying on the plane, so I didn't have a choice but to wait for both of them to drop. I see they got a grand total of about 2 plus 3 plus. Okay, so 6 minutes in total is the runtime. It doesn't look like it generated a lot of excitement. As somebody who's been covering reactions in this space for all of the Gacha games for quite some time, I'm quite informed on how these things perform. When it's a pretty hyped trailer, it'll be like, and I mean like decently hyped, it'll be about 500K in one day. If it like goes viral, it'll be at like a million in one day. If it goes giga viral, it'll be at like 2 million. This is at 200,000 in one day. Now, over time, it might climb up to about 400K tops, maybe. If it goes to a million, that means that the team 1 billion% ran the fucking numbers up and inflated them. But this is pretty much like one of three things. Phrolova, nobody really cares about her, which I think would be quite odd because they've been building her up in the beginning of Wuwa's story for quite. She's literally been in the story frame one. Like this chick, in my personal opinion, I'm very interested in her. Finally, like revealing her backstory, who she is. Is she a villain? Is she a good person? Oh, who the hell? We're gonna find out in 2.5. And so from that angle, I feel like people should be interested in her. I'm not sure. Right. The second reason is the trailer was so ass that people didn't talk about it. And so that's why it didn't perform well. The third reason is actually this 2.5 live stream did not generate any kind of hype. If you look at all their live stream numbers, it performed pretty damn good, actually. That means enough people tuned in to see what they were cooking, but they just didn't like cook enough for people to be interested in it. That's my personal like analysis as to why these underperform. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out, man. I don't really give a damn about all that shit. Because if you look over here, just last bit of yap, that's 1.5 million. That's 934,000, right? Like these are 1.8 million, 1.5 million. And then over here, it's like, ugh. So it's crazy because I actually like Phrolova. Gameplay wise, maybe I'll make another video out of that. But let's check it out. Okay, let's get that back.
This dream hereafter shall rise no more.
I really love the puppeteer from a innovative angle. I love it from a cook angle, but it's not my kind of play style. I'll be honest. You really gotta sell me on it.
Thus you fall. We wither together. Be raised. Preparatory rites begin. Preparatory rites begin.
That shit was fire. That was a beautiful transition.
Chant songs of old.
Oh my God, I love her without that eye patch on. She looks so cool without that eye patch on, man. I will say though, like I said, I think they actually really freaking cooked. I love her weapon too. The weapon's gorgeous. I think they really cooked with Phrolova. I'm just not a fan of the playstyle. Like it's not for me. It's a preference thing, and it may be like some people agree or disagree, or maybe they like it. I like being in charge of the character. I don't really want to play with Hikari. Maybe if they cooked up more than just Hikari, she had more than just that one puppet, maybe I'd be interested. You really got to sell me on it. Like, I mean, you got to fucking do some out of the world cooking for me to be like, okay, I like that play style. But that I do, and I did see that you could also use it as an off-field DPS type of play style. That was like the biggest thing that sold me for Phrolova. I was like, oh my God. So I could just swap off of her, play with somebody I actually enjoy playing with mechanically wise, and then she's just beating ass in the back. That was a huge selling point for me. It made me go from nah, I'm skipping to, ooh, maybe I should pull. It was cooking. It was trying to get a little something going up in there.
Death is near. Death is far. Only in an eternity freed from both life and death can that boundary dissolve. And then sunsets will be no more. Only when we awaken will true daybreak come.
Man, I fucking love her swag, bro. I love the energy that is attached to her. She's got such a fucking Beethoven ass aura, bro. It's wild. I want to hear that line again. Death is near, death is far. Yep, death is close for some, death is far from others.
Death is far. Only in an eternity freed from both life and death.
Only in an eternity freed from both life and death. What are you, a fucking vampire now?
Can that boundary dissolve?
Can that boundary dissolve? To where death won't be near or far.
And then sunsets will be no more. Only when we awaken will true daybreak come.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck she was cooking with that last part. I don't know what she was cooking with that last part. Sunsets will be no more. Only when we awaken will true daybreak come. Brother, what? I don't even know about that part. That was cool. That was a decent trailer, like a nice little showcase trailer. All right, let's check it out. This is the one where shit really gets popping. 206,000 views. Holy flop. Let's check it out. That means my reaction is gonna flop.
After a meteor strike devastated the tower in a matter of seconds.
Wow, you're looking lovely today.
Think so? I've been preparing for this concert since last month.
Smooth.
I'm so sorry, madam. Please, forgive my clumsiness.
The music festival 10 years in waiting has finally returned to Phrolova. Whether you're visiting for the first time or here for a reunion, it is our honor to share this marvelous land bathed in music with you. Tonight, we embark together on an extraordinary journey to experience the climax where melody and spirit converge.
Nah, bro. The fucking cinematographer is cooking hard with this production quality, bro. I love that. This is like, I'm not even viewing this in the lens of a reaction trailer anymore. I would right now, for the last 40 seconds of this whole runtime, I was viewing it from like a film producer, a film producer's perspective. I was looking at this shit as if I was a film producer. That shit was a beautiful walkthrough, bro. Like, oh, I gotta go back. Hold on, man. It's just a quiet, the announcer announcing her shit. They're showing, it's the angles, bro. The cameraman understood the mission marvelously right here. From the desk to walking to the streets to going into that, the sound of, this is good. I'm not even a film expert, but this was really well done. Like, I don't even know what the fuck's happening yet.
To share this marvelous land bathed in music.
It's like, bro, they found the right people, bro.
Tonight,
look at that. Look at that shit.
Together on an extraordinary
different angle right here.
To experience the climax.
It makes it so much more interesting.
And spirit converge.
It's so beautiful. Definitely worth it.
The 936th time.
The 936th time. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whisper.
Holy shit. That just took a fucking deep dive. Wow. I have so many questions now. Are they saying that Phrolova has his Doctor Strange? She's seen the way the world ends 936 times?
Before calamity arrived, none foresaw that their lives would end this way. Yet humans are but fragile flesh and bone, bound by the fleeting nature of time. I merely show them the truth, tearing them from the pointless cycle of life and death. From illusion to awakening, decay to rebirth, terror of impermanence to liberation. They need not tremble before calamity, nor mourn their end. Released from the shackles of life, they can step into true eternity.
So she turned everybody that died into these guys. I forget what the fuck their names are. Cooked, Smack, come back from vacation, can't think straight. It's such a simple name. But she basically took humans that died, or maybe even were destined to die, right before they were about to die. I guess she took their essence and made them would that be called the Fraxidus? I forget what the fuck these things are called. Tacits. I think they're called tacit discords. Yeah. No other way to view that. Well, right now in my immediate thought process.
I plunge into time's tempestuous flow. I plunge into the endless springs of time. I have made the leap from myself to the dawn.
I love how people like fucking do mental gymnastics and semantics and shit to convince themselves that what they're doing is fine. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm so sorry, madam. Please, forgive my clumsiness.
Ouroboros in ruins after a meteor strike devastated the town in a matter of seconds. The catastrophe has caused heavy casualties and damage.
I'm coming. Early estimates put the death toll at over.
Death is near. Death is far. Only in an eternity freed from both life and death can that boundary dissolve.
So the eternity freed from life and death, I believe that now. I understand it after watching this trailer. She's referencing her own power, I guess. Her power to take, I guess, their essence, or maybe I guess in Wuthering Waves terms, it's maybe their frequency. She takes their frequency, prevents them from, I guess, dying, and puts them inside of, I don't know if she has a sonorosphere like Cristoforo. Maybe she does. I have no fucking idea. They do have very similar playwright abilities, I want to say. But she basically takes the lives of anybody who've died and she puts them inside of maybe a sonorosphere. I will find out in 2.5, I guess, the real full extent of her abilities because I've been gone. And obviously brings them back as a goddamn tacit, whatever the hell you call those things, the enemies we beat up from day in and day out in Wuthering Waves. That was a very deep trailer.
Sunsets will be no more.
You know what? Now
When we awaken, will true daybreak come?
Wooa. No, it was the instant one. Okay, so let me go ahead and full screen this. I'll leave a like in a bit. So there's 4 reasons now that trailer flopped. The first one I said was that the trailer was it was ass. Nobody liked it. I guess this could also be, you know what? Yeah, still, I remain true. There's three reasons that trailer flopped. One, 2.5 live stream was a miss in terms of excitement, in terms of hype and anticipation. Gotcha genre. They didn't hit the mark on that one, and so people don't really care for 2.5 as much as they did for the prior patches. The second reason it flopped is because nobody cares about Phrolova, which I can't find myself thinking that nobody cares about Phrolova. You know, I just can't. It's also a possibility that people's pockets are just fucking ran dry because Lupa and Kartathea, I guess that's a hard lineup to follow, right? I don't give a damn who you are. That's hard to follow up. But I also think people still are interested in Phrolova. She's been in the story since frame one. I don't know. Call me crazy, but who knows? Maybe they're not fans of the puppeteer playstyle too. That could be an instance that goes into the people don't care about Phrolova. The third reason, though, is because that trailer was too fucking deep for people to know what the hell is going on. And so it's very lore driven. And so, like, if you don't understand lore, you're just like, oh, that shit was mid, which I can feel that. I understand that, guys. You're not keeping up with the story as like in depth as the majority of like the lore nerds are. That was probably a mid trailer for you. Me personally, I thought it was beautifully portrayed. I thought the film cinematography, the film producing was fucking so like exquisite in terms of how they were presenting the angles leading up to stuff. It's like those type of things make just pure blown like visuals intriguing, period. Yeah, how do I explain that? It's like nothing is happening, but so much is interesting. That's the best way to put it. You're constantly wondering, like, okay, where's she going? Why is she sitting down on this play? That is like true, I guess, peak film producing is what I would say. But those are like all my thoughts. And honestly, it looks like she's still very much on the verge of being a villain, which excites me. If she's actually going to be a playable villain, that would be cool. But I will reserve and wait for 2.5 to finish to see if she just becomes another gathering housewife, which she probably will. Or they try to like convince you that she's done nothing bad. Because to be honest though, like, has she really done anything bad? Is she just, I mean, it's mental gymnastics in her perspective. She's over here saying like, yeah, they were going to die anyway. So I just took them, put them in my little power and made them like my little slaves. It's like, it's not really that evil, honestly. It's really not. Like, they're already cooked. Unless, you know, you believe in going to heaven, right? These people were getting ready to go to heaven. You took them and put them in your fucking slave bucket, bro. And now you got them doing your own personal bidding. Yeah, I think it's still villainry. I think it's still primarily a villain trait. So if she's gonna be a playable villain, I think I'm gonna have to make a video out that. Again, we'll wait for 2.5 to finish. I want to make sure I shoot it straight. But this could be huge, in my personal opinion, for the mainstream gacha space. It would be like literally, in my recollection, the first playable villain. You know? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Peace, boys. That's gonna wrap it up.